Hey, it's MK, and I am back with Scraptember and 30 Days of Sketches. This is a sketch by Brenda Ragsdale that we will be doing today. And I picked out these thickers. They are the Cedar name, or brand, not brand. What is it? Style. That's, I think, the better word. So I love these thickers. I'm almost out of them. But I've already put my thickers down, so it's water wagons and then the 2 years of each wagon. And today's prompt is a large cut file. So I have already cut out this wagon wheel and put it together, inked it, did all that good jazz, as well as here are my photos. I also picked out this P13 paper from Free Spirit. I used it before on another cut file, so I'll be glad to use this piece up. I also picked out this Kaisercraft piece. I believe this one is from either Workshop or Factory 42. I cannot remember, but I love the yellowy old style color. So, it's from Workshop. There it is. So, absolutely love the circuit on the back. But for this layout, that orangey rust color. Also have a cream close to my heart paper right here. And before I cut this rust color from Kaisercraft, I decided that I was going to trim down my photos, and I pulled out another rust piece from Kaisercraft to mat my photos on. This one here, I believe, was also from the Workshop collection. And then when I figure out what I'm going to do, I decided halfway through that I'm going to ink my edges. I just really wanted it to look old, I guess. So after I was done inking those edges, I decided, you know what? My cardstock is a little bit too plain, so I'm going to go ahead and ink those edges as well. And in certain spots, excuse me, in certain spots, I do actually end up putting it a little bit more heavy-handed than I usually do. So I went ahead and I left this entire portion in just so that way, in case people haven't inked in a while, how I do it. I do end up like using my entire arm on a large piece of paper like this to help me hold the paper in place while I ink, so that way it doesn't get bent. I seem like normally what I do is I hold it up and then ink the edges, but it always leaves a crease where my fingers bend the paper, if that makes sense. So for this, it's not wood, for this brick paper, I decided that I was going to cut it out, and I didn't want any like half of a brick or anything like that. So I'm going to go ahead and cut around all of these brick pieces, and anything that isn't a whole brick, I'm going to just basically cut around it. So then I have these really cool like stacked bricks going on, and I love it. And then I'm able to overlap the bricks to where the holes that were previously in them are covered up by the photos. Well, all of this pattern paper is behind my cut file. And at first I was like, well, you really can't see it. So what else do I do? So I decided to eliminate the second pattern paper that is in the sketch and only use my two brick. I have a hard time with the word brick today. Only my two brick pieces. Well, I'm still using two pieces of pattern paper. They're just the exact same pieces. And instead of putting it behind to lose the pattern of the brick, I decided to put it in front. And then to give it a little bit more dimension, I also inked the edges of my bricks as well. So this is going to be a very, very plain layout, but I absolutely love how it turned out, considering it is just a huge cut file, two photos, two technically pieces of pattern paper, and then a title and some splatters. Seriously, that's all that this layout has in place, and it actually goes with the sketch. The only thing that I'm missing is the journaling that is also on the sketch. So I do enjoy having plain and simple layouts throughout my albums instead of them all constantly looking kind of busy. So this one was a fun layout to do. So I decided to overlap my title onto my photo ever so slightly. And my title is just water wagons. So back in the days, that's all they had, horse-drawn wagons that either carried up a bunch of water or carried the hose for them to pump water into. So thought it was pretty cool. Looked up the dates of both wagons, early 1900s and late 1800s. So they are pretty close in range, and I just love the difference and how far we came. Like one is painted all fancy and stuff, and the other one's just plain wood in just a matter of 20 years. So I think that's pretty cool. Like I said, I'm a history buff, so this page worked out beautifully. And I love the plainness of it. They didn't need any embellishing, didn't need anything fancy, because I felt like it was going to cover up the die cut. So anyways, thank you so very much for watching this very quick and easy layout. Be sure to check out everyone else that is playing along with Scraptember or 30 Days of Sketches, or both. And I will see you guys all later. Bye!